Hello. Mrs. Rundy has asked that our book box for October be scary stories. So I have pulled a few of our scary stories to show you that are books that you can pull from our library. So first, all of you, if you like R.L. Stine, we have a lot of books that are short books that could scare your socks off. We also have scary short stories. So we have things like half-minute horrors, terrifying tales, haunted houses. And then we have true stories, and we have a whole series called The Scariest Places on Earth. So things like the Eastern State Penitentiary, Paris Catacombs, the RMS Queen Mary, St. Louis Cemetery, Gettysburg, and last but not least, the Winchester Mystery House. And as the last thing for today that we're going to do is I'm going to read to you my favorite scary story. Let me pause the sound for a second. So, the scary story that I'm going to read to you today is called Creepy Pair of Underwear. It is a sequel to another lovely creepy story called Creepy Carrots. My son read that book so many times that he wore out the pages, literally, like we had to tape them and that sort of thing. He read them all the time. But this book, I think, is just as good, if not better. So I'll read it to you right now, and then we'll kind of make sure you get to see the pictures. Okay? So creepy pair of underwear. And you got to see the little picture of the underwear. Isn't that funny? Okay. So Jasper Rabbit needed new underwear. On Thursday, Mom took him to the underwear store and grabbed the last 3 packages of plain white. But as they headed for the checkout, Jasper spotted them. Okay, there's the picture. Creepy underwear. So creepy, so comfy. They were glorious. Mom, can we get these? Jasper pleaded. I think they're a little creepy, said Mom. They're not creepy. They're cool, said Jasper. I'm not a little bunny anymore. I'm a big rabbit now. Mom agreed to buy 1 pair. That night, Jasper wore his cool new underwear to bed. Do you want me to leave the hallway light on? Asked Dad. Dad, I'm not a little bunny anymore, said Jasper. I'm a big rabbit now. His dad shut the door, and that's when Jasper noticed the underwear glowed a ghoulish, greenish glow. He closed his eyes. He pulled up the covers. He buried his face in the pillow, but it didn't help. He could still see that ghoulish, greenish glow. Jasper leaped out of bed and put on a pair of plain white. I see his little butt right there. He stuffed the creepy underwear into the bottom of his laundry hamper. He finally fell asleep. But when he got up the next day, he was wearing his creepy underwear. Jasper threw them into the garbage can. He was still a big rabbit. He wasn't scared or anything. But he was done with creepy underwear. After school, Jasper was doing his homework when he heard it. A scratching. See if I can make a scratching, scraping noise coming from his dresser. He opened the drawer and they were back! staring at him with that ghoulish, greenish glow. He snatched the creepy underwear out of the drawer. He grabbed a big envelope and some stamps. This is my favorite part. Look how he addressed it. Bye-bye, scary underwear, he said, dropping the package in the mailbox. When he opened the front door the next morning, there they were! And were those chopsticks? His creepy pair of underwear had somehow returned from China and had brought him back souvenirs. Jasper grabbed his mom's good sewing scissors. She didn't like him using them, but this was an underwear emergency. This time, the creepy underwear were gone for good. At bedtime, he slowly opened his underwear drawer. Oh, nothing, just plain white undies. He searched under his bed. He shook out his lampshades. Phew, there was no sign of creepy underwear. He went into the bathroom to comb his ears. They were back. What's the matter with you? His mom asked. You're so jittery lately. Nothing, he yelped. A grown rabbit couldn't be scared of his underpants. He seized the underwear. He snagged a shovel from the garage and he rode. Here's one of my favorite parts. If you know Creepy Carrots, you can see he is biking right past Creepy Carrots. He didn't stop pedaling until he reached Creekhanger Hill. Jasper began to dig. He dug until his hole was dark and deep and 100% underwear proof. He dropped the underwear in. They gleamed from the bottom, that ghoulish greenish glow, but not for long. When he got home, Jasper crept up to his dresser. They couldn't be in there. There was no way. He reached for the handle. He peeked in nothing, just plain white. Jasper smiled and turned out the light. There was just one problem. It was really dark in there, even for a big rabbit. Jasper turned on the light. He looked at his non-glowy pair of white, plain white, and he knew what he had to do. The creepy underwear were a little muddy, but they still filled the room with that gentle greenish glow. So you see, I don't know if you can tell from the thing, he's digging up the hole. The next day, Jasper gathered his allowance money and went to the underwear store all by himself, just like a big rabbit. That night, Jasper wasn't scared at all. As he lay down to sleep, he smiled, and so did his underwear, because they had finally found someone who wasn't scared of creepy underwear. The end. Isn't that a fun book? I just love the facial expressions. I hope you enjoyed. Have a spooky October. See you soon.